Hey, welcome to another edition of the Lifestyle Show. Man, I have a good show right here. It's really one of my best shows because I have an up-and-coming artist, a rapper that, I mean, his words are phenomenal. I mean, when I first talked to him a little bit, he said, "Hey, you got some music?" I said, "Oh, okay. Let me check it out," you know, that type of thing. But when I actually checked out YouTube, people, oh, I was floored. So my good friend Derek. Derek on the show. Derek, welcome to the Lifestyle Show.
Pleasure.
Better known as MC ANIMOSITY.
MC ANIMOSITY.
Oh wow, man. I mean, look, we've been talking, you know, off and on a little bit about you coming on the show, about your work, about your rap and whatnot. I mean, I didn't, over the years, I didn't talk to many different people in the rap game, come on the show, do their thing, whatever. But you know, when I heard your stuff, I couldn't believe it was you. I said now myself, well, okay, now where is he rapping at? But you doing the whole 9 yards, man. So let's talk a little bit about quickly the background, where you came from, and how you got started doing this, man.
Well, first, thank you for having me.
Oh.
I've definitely been a big fan of yours. You know, I see you working all the time at the gas station, so it's like indirectly you're a huge part of the community. You're doing the show as well. Yeah, I've been rapping for years, man. I've been rapping for years. I moved to Iowa City in 1998 from Steubenville, Ohio. And that's the home of Calvin Jones. Calvin Hall's a big deal in Iowa. First black guy on Sports Illustrated.
Right.
I'm saying a pioneer. And that's basically my auntie married his nephew. They moved out here back in the late 70s. So I have family out here. My auntie's out here. And where I'm from in Ohio, south of Youngstown. It was like the mills were all leaving in the late 90s when I went to high school. So it was just like not a lot of opportunity. A lot of my friends, because I grew up downtown, but I went to private school. My parents blessed me with that. And a lot of my friends were getting in trouble even before we were out of high school. So as I got out of high school, my mother passed away. And I was already rapping by the time I was a freshman. Really? There was some like Wu-Tang affiliates who came to my hometown. Like the RZA lived in my hometown. I didn't know him, but basically he inspired some other guys. He inspired a guy named Fourth Disciple who produced out of Steubenville, who produced Wu-Tang. I did know Fourth, and Fourth had a cousin named Silent Stepchild, who I did know. Okay. But like there was like, even though Steubenville was not a big town, there was like a lot of guys my age who were rapping ahead of me. So it was like by the time I got into rapping, there was like 15, 20 guys who were like who had dibs on the producers. You know what I'm saying? So like the other producers, they knew who I was, it was my family, but they weren't looking to give me instrumentals. So my mother passed away. I graduated high school, and my dad was like, "You can go to Army or go to Iowa." And I was like, "I'll try Iowa out," you know. And it was a blessing because I moved out here. It was a very progressive place. You know, like there was a lot of people who were just. The main thing was the stages. In my hometown, there were no places, no platforms for young and aspiring artists to get on the stage and perform to their peers. We only did that in ciphers and backyards and people's houses, and it was cool because we were still able to develop each other's craft. But in Iowa City, if you could get on the stage and be a novice, you know, and it'll still let you do that. So it was like me coming here. I saw some like as soon as I got here, I saw guys on the stage, and I was just like licking my chops, like in a way like the competition was so much higher. So like I started rapping since I got here, 98, 99. I met some guys from Des Moines who moved here called the Committee. They changed their name to the Bad Fathers. Oh, wow. And they toured and did a bunch of things. I was on a couple other albums. I started a group called Psychosomatic, which was like, I didn't say I started, I was one of the founding members of Psychosomatic, which was like this alternative like rock group. That had like a bunch of guys who were like in the, I don't even know how to say it, like kind of like a 80s like Talking Heads kind of crowd. So like those kind of white guys who weren't necessarily like into heavy metal, but they were like alternative guys. And like they did like some other punk and other stuff like that. So we started a group with me. Like it was a really weird connection because I moved here and there was a record store called BJ's. Yes. About the Dead Boy. And I used to go there because like I'm looking for music. And one of the guys working there was a guy named Ryan. We just connected. He ended up being the best man at my wedding. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, he turned me on a lot of music, and me and him and one of his friends started a rap rock group called Psychosomatic. So I had a couple projects going, and we still had a whole bunch of verses because I was writing verses out the gate. So like I was saying, the big part about being in the hip hop is the idea that you can be an innovative writer. Right. You know what I mean?
So what happened to the group? Did y'all just
Psychosomatic? We put out an album. So I could have brought you that. But like the guys started moving. Like The first person to move was a trombone piano player. He moved, and we didn't replace him. And then the drummer moved, and we replaced him, but they didn't want to, like, it was unique as bands. Like, at the time, I didn't know about bands. But it was like, in my mind, it was just like, he's moving, we should have the guy who wrote the part teach the other guy. Like, no, let him do it his own way. But so, like, it just changed the trajectory. And then the bass player moved. You know what I mean? So, like, it kept going, but, like, you know, a lot of we never replaced the piano player. We never really replaced the bass player. We had another drummer, but the drummer had a different feel. And then, like, we had the guitar player, so we had the guitar player switching back and forth playing bass. And it kept evolving, but I was getting opportunities to do animosity shit at the same time. So it was just like, you know, and I'm still in touch with all those guys. You know what I'm saying? I invited those guys to my wedding, and so yeah, like Second Somebody, we did an album, we did some tours, but it was a big project, and it just kind of like, it did what it did. You know, I did a reunion show like 2 years ago about the one guy, Ryan. The guy Ryan moved, my buddy Ryan. When he moved to LA with his wife, I don't want to say upgraded, but like his wife was amazing, and she had an opportunity to go work in LA, and he went. So when he went, and like me and the other vocalist, John, we were cool, but we weren't like as cool as we are now. And the other guy, like, we were just other things. Like, I'm a smoker, motherfuckers was doing other shit. So it's just like, you know, I just didn't stay on my path, you know. But like I said, he was a connecting part of it. So when Orion left, on top of all the other musicians leaving, that kind of dissolved that a little bit. I'm still doing it. So like,
but you know what? But see, a little bit about your background when you because you were telling me, we talked a little bit off camera, a little bit about how you grew up. You grew up kind of in the streets. Yeah. And how, I mean, you had a little background, man. And you know, tell us a little bit about that, man, because that's where you came from. Yeah. You became this wonderful guy from where you came from, the streets of Ohio. Yes.
Well, again, too, like I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Where I grew up in, like I said, Steubenville, Ohio, it's a small town, and on my street, I was the only one that had both my parents living in the house.
Okay, wow.
I'm saying that lets you know anything.
That's
I'm saying my mom and dad were interracial. My mom's Italian.
Okay.
And even now, you know what I'm saying, it's like, you know, interracial things is considered progressive. So back in '79, you know what I'm saying, they caught different kind of hell. My mom caught different kind of hell. Right. You know what I'm saying, but my mom went to Catholic school. She said she didn't like the priest. She said they gave her hell. My dad was like, you went to Catholic school. He's like, you need to go here so you understand how to function in this world. Right. And it's really, for me, I feel like that was the problem song I got from that. Was like to understand that, you know, not directly it's a white world, but you need to understand how to solve problems. But in any case, I grew up downtown, and a lot of people around me had a lot less. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I had a whole lot, you know what I'm saying, but I still have more than a lot of people around me. Just my parents being together. Right. So my mom was bedridden. My dad worked in the mill. Wow. You know what I'm saying? My dad was, you know, that's what he does. He's a grinder. My dad grinds. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like we had abundance. We didn't live up on the hill. And the Ohio Valley is like, if you live downtown, it was cheaper. If you lived on the hill, they had nicer houses. So we just lived downtown, and a lot of my friends were in prison, got shot and killed. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's not even Cleveland. It's not Columbus. It's not Cincinnati. You know what I'm saying? It's for a scale. Because I'm saying, when I think about it, like, you go to Cedar Rapids is way bigger than my hometown. But I understand what's happening there because that same grimy stuff from like just, you know, being around poor people and crack is like crack mandatories. It messed a lot of people up, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people I grew up with, they didn't have fathers, they were desperate, and they were hustling in junior high school and high school. You know what I'm saying? Not just hustling.
You're talking about high school, junior high school.
Junior high school, some of my friends, I had friends that wouldn't let me hang out with them because they knew they was going to go sell dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, even in 7th, 8th grade.
They really care about this. I don't want.
It's just like, it was just blessed. It was just blessed. Because I was like, at the same time, I bought a gun when I was a freshman. Right. My friend, his mom passed away, and he sold me a gun for $50, $32. Yeah. So it's just like, I just had exposure to this other things. You know, you could definitely be. And my father moved me out here, of course, probably a good thing because it was the way you were thinking. You know what I'm saying? I living in Iowa City helped me change the slave mentality.
Right. Yeah.
That mentality of just being. You know, in a survival mode, living day to day, where you can be able to think and scale and be able to have long-term problems, and short-term problems, not just thinking day to day. Right. You know.
I mean, I see your background kind of put you up to where you are now. You know, when your dad moved you out here into music, because you was always in music. My father, even when you was in Ohio.
I going to Catholic school, I took drum lessons, and when you take drum lessons, most music is in 4/4, and all hip hop is in 4/4. Right. So just understanding 4/4 gave me an advantage when I started writing music, because it's like, I could write something in 4/4, so no matter what beat you put on, I could do the rap to, because I know what a 4/4 is. Where a lot of guys get into rapping, they'll start rapping and getting the words, but they don't understand the music part. So like that was another blessing I got.
Wow.
The 4/4, because like that's part of it. Like there's obviously different time frames, but just getting that, and if you listen to most hip hop, they might do some 6 to 8, some 3/8, but still it works in the 4 because of the how the math works out. So yeah, it was a huge advantage. But like I said, I didn't really. Like I said, coming to my own until I came into Iowa, being able to get on the stage and rap with people and have ciphers on the stage and get paid to rap.
Right, get paid to rap.
You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing too. In my hometown, the idea of being an independent artist didn't exist. It was like either you were famous or you just rapping here with us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like, but the same mentality I had after being there for a short while. So if I go home, I could go rap in Akron, I could go rap in Columbus, and Cleveland, and do like this independent stuff that I'm doing in Iowa. You know, and like they might not be doing it in my hometown, but regionally, I live like an hour from Pittsburgh. I could do go rap at a small club in Pittsburgh. You know, I never done that as a solo artist yet, but I rapped in Chicago. I rapped in Minneapolis as a solo artist, regionally for Iowa. But that same thing, I would love to do it in Ohio because there's like a bunch of small towns. The further you get east, there's like a lot of small towns close together.
And that's your home.
But
look, I got to talk a little bit about this here, man. This new CD you got out called MC Animosity, man.
Yes.
Now, I mean, how did you come up with the lyrics? How did you come up with this?
I probably had about 35 songs. And I went to the studios, I was working. It wasn't until I was about 24, 25 that I really started working and trying to be a man and be accountable. So I was working and could afford studio time by this time. 24, 25, getting to, you know what I'm saying? And when I went to the studio, I was like, of these 24, 25 songs, whatever, what ones matter the most?
Right.
Well, if I'm gonna do like in my mind, I was like, I'm gonna record all these songs, like Prince. Prince said he has a vault. You record all the songs and you pick the ones you want for the album, and then when you want the next album, you pick those. But that never happened for me. What happened was, of those songs, I picked the ones that I thought that were the most, that defined me, the ones that were most personal to me, the ones that I felt like they mattered the most. I put those 10 down with the intention of going to go record the rest. But after I recorded those, there was 11. I omitted one of the songs. But before I was finished recording, my band, the Uniphonics, popped off. The bass player from another band I know was like, I want to put together a hip hop band. And like, I've done a band before, but it's like, I want you to be the front guy of a hip hop band in Iowa City. I was just like, I got this album, but this is a great opportunity. So I did that, because I've been doing the Uniphonics ever since, and I finally put my album out because it was like the Uniphonics are still doing their thing, but some of those guys started having their children, and they're like moving off doing different things. So we just did a festival in Wisconsin, and we played. We played a festival in Hillsboro, Wisconsin, 3-day festival.
What was it? This?
We played on Friday. I just got back this morning. That's why I was communicating with you. I was like, I'm on my way home. I told my wife after I confirmed it with you, I was like, okay. We went to Galena, got a cottage in Galena. So last night and did it up for our anniversary, and came back for today. Had it on my schedule to do this.
Oh my goodness, man! I'm glad you came here.
So with those songs, basically, that was the cream of the crop of my material. I still have another 10 songs for Volume 2, and another 10 songs for Volume 3, and then maybe after that I'll do a Derek Thorne album. You know what I'm saying? But I did, in my mind, that was my canon, and it was my body of work, and I tried to write it to be timeless, not dated. So I try to, it's unique to try to write that way. Try to write in a way where you're talking about issues and things that matter, as opposed to something that matters right now, and the champion and doing. But that's the thing with, I was lucky because I'm not doing a lot of metaphor rap. I'm not doing like this, as that, like this, where I'm trying to do punchlines that are only cool for like current things. I'm trying to do like deeper content that will stand the test of time.
Now we talked a little bit about before that. You're gonna give us a little freestyle right quick.
Yeah.
You got any from this song that you wanna? Because
I can do any of those songs.
His album is phenomenal, man. This whole album phenomenal, man. So why don't you give those a little freestyle, man?
So the freestyle, do one of these songs.
One of these songs.
Do one of those songs. All right. I'll do the Jump High song.
Okay, good. I love it.
Jump High is, like I said, this is a very personal record, but I feel like Jump High is one of the songs that it transcends just me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because like if you hear the song, it's gonna be about me and something that's personal to me. You know what I mean? But Because even over under is another one, but I feel like that's even more personal. So I'll do Jump High. I won't do all the way. I'll just do a verse or two.
Yeah, do a verse or two.
And I won't rush it. I'll just do it a cappella.
Okay, I like it.
So it goes like this. It goes, get up vertically, son. Rise to the occasion. There are brothers starving everywhere, Caucasian to Asian. You must put it on the line. Every day it's a risk. Some do it for the money, and others for their kids. At any rate, all competition is real. When most fall off, they rob, steal, and kill. And it's a long shot. You got to keep your faith. Keep it real with yourself as selective taste. Where you at right now, it ain't where you want to be. Build a foundation, maybe the world to see. That you put time and effort into being MC. To unlock prosperity, use your mind as a key. Your heart tells you right from wrong through the trials you live. And if you want to receive, first you got to give. Be the truth. Tell yourself you can't lie. And if you want it all, you're going to have to jump high. And life has got you exhausted, but you can't give up on yourself. Oh, you must jump high. And life has got you exhausted, but you can't give up on yourself. Oh, you must jump high. Now to all the young ladies who want a Mercedes, your mind must be righteous. Stop living like the 80s. Harder now than ever because we're living in the last. We're losing a chance when we let one day pass. I wish it was easy, but then everyone could do it. I hate defeat and hearing people say they knew it. We tear ourselves down. You can't tell who's a friend. And even family acts up sometimes in the end. More like the story of life that gets bigger every day. I talk to myself until there's nothing more to say. Be careful with life. Keep your goals up high. When you're done all you can, give it one more try. Purify your soul, your body and your mind. Be ready for tests, anywhere, anytime. Don't be ashamed of pain. Don't hold tears, cry. But never give up. Dig deep and jump high. Life has got you exhausted, but you can't give up on yourself. Oh, you must jump high. And life has got you exhausted, but you can't give up on yourself. Oh, you must jump high.
Amen. With that note, oh man, I appreciate you coming on the show, man. I appreciate it because you know what? At the end of the show, we're gonna play a little bit of one of your songs at the end of the show. So, hey, y'all got to get this MC Animosity. This is the hit right here. This is the hit right here. Check them out on YouTube, MC Animosity. You got to check out his album. This guy is the real deal right here. Hey, God bless you, man.
God bless you. Thank you so much for considering me for the show.
Oh, man, you coming back on the show again.
Thank you for doing what you do, man. It's a pillar of light, and you know, it's so easy to get caught up in the mainstream. It's just like when I see you, I feel like it's the AM. It's like there's people on the AM, and there's like a whole subculture who's able to still tune in to see what's happening on the independent level. And that's why I'm so eager to support you doing this.
We're going to
peace and love.
God bless, love you, man.
Yeah.
Come back on the show next time. With that said,
peace and love.
Peace and love. Everybody keep style profiling. Everybody keep it classy.
Oh yeah, the album is available. It's on iTunes.
Okay, good.
It's on Spotify. It's on Tidal.
Okay.
And I put it on YouTube so you can listen to it for
good.
free.
So
I was really wanted that because
we're gonna put that on there.
Yeah, in the day and age, everybody's like charging for music, but it's like I definitely wanted it to be available so people didn't have to go hard. So my album is available for free on YouTube. MC Animosity, 79 till now.
Amen.
I recorded that and did it all in Iowa City. Iowa City hip hop for sure, man.
God bless you. Good. Come back again.
Yes,
so with that said,
my album is available. It's on iTunes.
Okay, good.
It's on Spotify. It's on Tidal.
Okay.
And I put it on YouTube so you can listen to it for
good.
free.
So
I was really wanted that because
we're gonna put that on there.
In the day and age, everybody's like charging for music, but it's like I definitely wanted it to be available so people didn't have to go hard. So my album is available for free on YouTube. MC Animosity, 79 till now.
Amen.
I recorded that and did it all in Iowa City. Iowa City hip hop for sure, man.
God bless you. Good. Come back again. So with that said, I'm gonna say everybody keep style profiling. Again, check out the Lyle Style Show next time and check out MC Animosity. God bless.
Man, I ain't smoked in like 33 weeks and shit. We can't chill no more. As for now, we're through, and when I'm back, gun me with the 20 blunt salute. Since our separation, it's been hard to speak. I've been off the streets, truly I've been hardly me. Now I'm squashing beef, trying to keep my pockets deep. Surely grinding, redefining animosity. We'll be together soon, we can be at peace. I had to let you go, but know that I count the weeks. There's not much in me when there isn't you. what's a man to do? I miss the way you touch me, just need a hit or two. You held my family down, you always gave me loot, but we can't chill no more. As for now, we're through, and when I'm back, gun me with the 20 blood salute.
Happiness will be a while.
Now it can't be long, what we had is strong. You used to hit my body soon as you touched my tongue. I always broke you down and tucked you in the blunt. You filled me up, now your breath is all that I want. I'm burning nicotine, but that steam is not enough. But it's like go to jail or sit back and miss your touch. So I'm free and I'm trying to walk without a crutch. Now I see that bird didn't love me much. This thing we used to have was more than physical. I think I'm better off though without you visible. There's not much of me when there isn't you. They say I had to give you up, so what's a man to do? I miss the way you touch me, just need a hit or two. You held my family down, you always gave me loot, but we can't chill no more. As for now, we through, and when I'm back, gun me with the 20 blood salute.
Happiness will be a while.
I didn't ever need you, it's good to leave you be. I think you always held me back, speaking truthfully. Now I'm clear-headed, thinking responsibly. I caught hell cause you occupied my property. Funny rappers talk about you on the radio. I do the math and them cats are the fakest show. Living life, people thinking that I am a joke. I'm realizing might be better if I never smoke.
Can we get a motherfucking moment of silence for this small chronic break?
Got you exhausted, but you can't give up on yourself. Oh, you must jump high, get up vertically, son. Rise to the occasion. There are brothers starving everywhere, Caucasian to Asian. You must put it on the line. Every day it's a risk. Some do it for the money and others for the kids. At any rate, all competition is real, and when most fall off, they rob, steal, and kill. And it's a long shot. You gotta keep your faith. Keep it real with yourself. Have selective taste. Where you're at right now, it ain't where you wanna be. But if you build a foundation, maybe the world will see that you put time and effort into being an MC. To unlock prosperity, use your mind as a key. Your heart tells you right from wrong through the trials you live. And if you wanna receive, well, first you gotta give. Be the truth. Tell yourself you can't lie. And if you want it all, you gon' have to jump high. And life has got you exhausted, but you can't give up on yourself. Oh, you must jump high. Now to all the young ladies who want a Mercedes, your mind must be righteous, stop living like the 80s. Harder now than ever cause we living in the last. We losing a chance when we let one day pass. I wish it was easy, but then everyone could do it. I hate defeat and hearing people say they knew it. We tear ourselves down, you can't tell who's a friend. And even family acts up, sometimes in the end. More like the story of life, that gets bigger every day. I just talk to myself until there's nothing more to say. Be careful with life, keep your goals up high. When you've done all you can, give it one more try. Purify your soul, your body and your mind. Be ready for tests, anywhere, anytime. Don't be ashamed of pain, don't hold tears, cry. But never give up, dig deep and jump high. Life has got you exhausted, but you can't give up on yourself. Oh, you must jump high. I see myself falling at time, resort to crime. See my people trying to get theirs, but where is mine? I need to sacrifice a little more out my life. And when I do good, I recognize it feels right. I don't sell no more, I just get high. I ain't no punk, but I don't got no car with mad beats in the trunk. I'm always on the fucking bus, no retribution. But if I think negative, comes negative solutions. And it can't get the best of me, my energy has destiny. Keep my eyes on strangers and friends especially. I'm thinking life got me exhausted, thought I lost it. Now people knowing the shit that ANIMOSITY did. But why was I once chosen? Who am I? All my righteous doors open up when I pry. I'm just a young guy without a suit and a tie, guaranteed a piece of the pie if I jump high. Life has got you exhausted, but you can't give up on yourself. Oh, you must jump high and Life has got you exhausted, exhausted, but you can't give up, no. And life has got you exhausted, exhausted, but you can't give up, no. And life has got you exhausted, exhausted, but you can't give up, no, 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 no. And life has got you exhausted, exhausted, but you can't give up, no. And life has got you exhausted, exhausted, but you can't give up, no. And life has got you exhausted, exhausted, but you can't give up, no, 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 no. Life has got you exhausted, but you can't give up on yourself. Oh, you must jump high. Life has got you exhausted, but you can't give up on yourself. Oh, you must jump high. Life has got you exhausted, but you can't give up on yourself. Oh, you must jump high.